In this video, I want to tell you about 5 types of information products that you can create, and you can create these very quickly and very easily. Now, the first type of information products are tips. Tips or ways of doing something. And this is probably the easiest type of product to create, because basically it's just a list with an introduction. And you can simply write it out in your word processor, save it as a PDF, and voila, you have an ebook. And the great thing is that once you've created one ebook, you can easily create another, and another, and another, and the list just goes on and on. Another easy type of product to create are how-to products. And these can be written with illustrations, or they can be videos. And they're very popular because they provide the customer with answers that the customer wants now. If you want to know how to do something, you want to know how to do something, and you don't want to know how to do something next week. You want to know how to do something right now at this very minute. And there's practically an unlimited range of topics. It can be software training, like how to create a WordPress blog. It can be weight loss, like how to lose 10 pounds in 2 months. It could be to do with internet marketing, like how to get 1,000 sign-ups to your mailing list, and the list just goes on and on and on. In fact, one of the most popular how-to videos of recent years has been how to tie a tie. And then there are reports. Now, reports are shorter than ebooks, and they contain useful information with a narrow focus, and they can be free or paid for. In fact, a free report makes a great giveaway to help you build your list. And then there are blueprints or plans. Now, a blueprint or a plan is more detailed than a how-to product, and they give step-by-step instructions. And they're also organized in a very easy to follow manner, so somebody can follow the steps and achieve a recognized outcome. And finally, there are case studies. Now, case studies are real life examples, and they demonstrate what works and what doesn't. Now, case studies are usually written, and they're authored by someone who has experience and can be regarded as an expert. And any one of these products can be created in a very short period of time. In this video, I'm going to talk you through how to install WordPress onto your site. There are 2 ways that you can do this, and the easiest way is from your web hosting control panel. Now, this particular account that I'm installing WordPress on has cPanel hosting, so I've logged into cPanel. If you have a different type of hosting package, then your control panel might look a bit different. And if your website hosting package comes with either Fantastico or Softalicious, then the installation process is very straightforward indeed. Some other hosting packages come with their own proprietary control panel, which does also include an installation button for WordPress, like I'm going to demonstrate here. Okay, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here, because this particular hosting account comes with Softalicious, and I'm going to select WordPress. So I click on there. It takes me through to this page, and when I select the Install tab, then you can start to see all the information that you need to enter in. You can choose the protocol, so if your site has a security certificate, you can choose between HTTP and HTTPS. I'm going to leave it at the default settings. You can choose a domain, so if you have a subdomain, then you can add it on here. You can choose the directory. By default, WordPress will set things up in the WP directory. However, if you want to have it in the root directory, then just simply delete that. It'll give you the database name and the table prefix. You can change these if you want. I'm going to leave it all at the default settings. Let's scroll down a bit further. Then you give the site a name and the site a description. Because this is just a demonstration video, I'm going to leave these at the default settings, but normally I would put the proper site name and description and so on in there. Then you want to add the administration account. By default, it will set it up as admin. Personally, I would change this because hackers know that most WordPress blogs have the admin username as admin. Because this is just a demonstration, I'm going to leave it at admin. Password you need to enter in. Let's put something in. Actually, you can click here and generate a random password, although you should be certain to copy and paste that onto your computer's clipboard and then save it as a text file, just so that you know exactly what it is and you don't find yourself locked out of your account. You've got the admin email. It'll set it at admin at your domain by default. I'm going to leave it at this setting. You can set the language. It'll set it as English by default, but you can have all sorts of other different languages if you're in a non-English speaking country. Limit login attempts. That's always a good thing to have, because if a hacker tries to attack your site and tries to make its way into the dashboard, then you can limit that and it'll lock them out after a certain period of time. And then you can set the themes. As it says, this is optional. If you don't select it, a default theme will be installed. And then all you do is come down to the install button, and you can have it email installation details to an email address, and I recommend that you do that, because then it's going to have a reminder of what the username and the password is. I'm actually going to skip that because I've got it copied. So now click on install. Let's just go back to the top there. And there we go. You can see that it's now been installed. And if I go to the site, you can see it's installed this installation of WordPress. So what do you do if you can't install WordPress from your web hosting control panel? Well, it is actually quite simple. First of all, you want to come to wordpress.org. Be sure to come to wordpress.org, not wordpress.com, and then click the button here to download the software. You can download it either as a zip file or a tar file. At the time that I'm making this video, the most recent version is version 4.1.1. So download this to your computer's hard drive, and then what you need to do is to click here where it says we've created a handy guide. So just click there, where they will talk you through exactly what you need to do to install WordPress manually. And as they say, it's the famous 5-minute install. It only takes 5 minutes to install this. You'll need some FTP software to install this on your server. And the best one that I know of is FileZilla, which you can download from filezilla-project.org. And this is a free FTP client, and it's very, very easy to use. So there you go. That's how you can install WordPress onto your site.